I'm Erik Linask. I'm here at AastraCon 2009 in Glendale, Arizona, and I'm sitting here with Jerry Harkey, who's the Western Regional Sales Manager at Aastra. Jerry, welcome.
Thank you.
So I guess we want to talk about phones.
Well, that's what we do. We've got some new exciting stuff that's just been released, most predominantly our Harkey, which is our high-quality voice support for the G722 wideband protocols. And that is something that we've done retroactive on any of the phones we've sold that will support our latest 2.5.2 firmware. So if you purchased an Aastra phone even 2-3 years ago, that can be upgraded via firmware to get the full high-quality voice that's available with the wideband G722.
So what's the interest in the market generally from where you sit in terms of wideband audio?
Well, our customers and our resellers were asking us for that kind of support. Obviously, there's hardware involved in doing that. What we did was take a different approach for our existing customer base to do it in our firmware. So without getting all technical, basically we're able to use the existing hardware. You get a very high quality voice that would be considered, well, Harkey.
Now, obviously there's a little bit more than that's got to go into it in order to drive wideband voice to the general user population, particularly on the provider side.
Yeah, exactly. There's been several articles in different publications about what it's going to take really long term to make it a reality for everyone, or in a general sense. But right now, most of the companies are experiencing the better voice within their own organizations, and particularly if they have multi-locations where they're all connected.
Well, certainly looking forward to seeing where and how quickly we end up with HD voice.
Well, the idea is that it future-proofs the product by being able to do it through the firmware. And we will be releasing new phones. The next one will be the end of November, which will have enhanced hardware as well. So all future phones we release will have the hardware as well as the firmware capability to deliver.
Certainly looking forward to seeing those. Now, specifically as far as what you're doing with the Astros community and here at AastraCon, what are some of the things you're looking at?
Well, we've made a commitment to the Asterix community 4 years ago when we first started building SIP phones. And so we've been a large participant in these events like AastraCon. And I think that with the XML built into all of our phones and the API or the SDK, the software development kit that's being used by so many of the attendees here, that we're able to do more with our phones with the Asterix community than what's being done with our competitors, frankly.
So basically, what you're looking at doing is leveraging the developer community, create an environment where they can customize, personalize what they're doing with their phones.
Exactly. It's a value add situation. So they're truly VARs when they're using our XML and creating new applications that don't necessarily have to be telephony related, because basically the phone is a data terminal even if it doesn't have dial tone.
What kind of things are you seeing people add on to the phones?
Well, we've had a school attendance written. So a teacher in the classroom just uses the phone to call up the database from the school, check off the students that are absent or tardy, and then submit the report. So it's a push and pull of information. With the state of Florida, we did an emergency notification program that will send out from their security headquarters a signal that changes all the phones to make them in the emergency mode until the emergency is over. So it's really up to your imagination what you can do with the XML.
Well, really what you're talking about is taking and using the SIP protocol for what it was really intended, which is for much more than just voice.
Exactly right.
Fantastic. We've been talking here at AastraCon 2009 with Astra's Jerry Harkey. Jerry, thank you for joining us. Enjoy the rest of the show.
My pleasure. Thank you.